Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum bum
Oh
bum
man,
bum bum.
man,
Man, man, man, man, man,
man.
bum 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 bum.
Go on, now, let's join in. Man,
Wait. We've got a late admission.
Ooh.
We're getting Jack.
Yeah.
The night.
Are we getting Jack? Okay, I'm going to eat my tuna then.
Oh, yeah, get it in. Get it in. You carry on. Don't worry, we had Ryan Crowley on here, and he used to eat his dinner and be on a treadmill and just have a sort in the background. For
fair enough. I'll get everything then.
Yeah, so you do your thing.
Bring the shame.
Okay, so welcome back to Bash Bros podcast episode 58. I probably should have waited to do the introduction because Michelle is still eating her food, but that's okay.
It's all right. I think I'm known for this now.
That's fine. So I'll do the usual thing. I'll share Michelle's Instagram, Shellyfit IFBB Pro. So head over, give her a follow,
That's me.
Show her some love. Olympian, show off.
Has that settled in yet?
Yes, it's getting there.
Are you the sort of person that was like, you knew this was going to happen, and like you were like that? You're the sort of person that like this is your vision and it's just been realised, so it was just a matter of course, or was it a surprise?
I mean, I knew I was going to get there no matter what. I didn't think it would be this quick. I'm not going to lie. 24 hour people call me 24-hour girl. I don't know, but I thought it might take a few years. Build my way up it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty chilled though. This is the thing. So I wanted to kind of just enjoy the process. I did have a dream though. I did. That I was on Olympia stage and I did a backflip and jumped to the rings. So that needs to happen.
It's a premonition. I think it definitely must happen.
I mean, I would test them out first.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want to just pull the whole of the Olympia stage down.
Yeah.
Hell of a debut if you did, but
make sure it's not just a projection as well, like it actually is a real thing.
Oh yeah, me jumping. An illusion.
Yeah.
Of me flying through the air. Like,
okay, so
if I don't see that at next year's Olympia, I'm going to be fuming. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, it's recorded now, so everyone's going to see it. So and then
well, I mean, should I petition now that
Olympia
that can we somehow rig some rings so I can jump to it? Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Just I'm pretty sure like that's going to be fine. Just I don't even know who. Dear Jim.
Jim.
Wrong Jim.
Yeah. Oh no, not Jimmy Savile, the other
one. And not to the Jim.
Yeah. Jim will fix it. Jim Mannion will fix it for you.
Yes.
And you.
Anyway, right. So usual routine, Michelle. If you don't mind, give us I'm sure it'll be a whistle stop tour because there's not a great deal that went into it, but give us the background, how you got into it, what it took to turn pro, and what your plans are going forward.
Okay, so I lifted my first ever weight June 22nd, 2018, and yes, I remember the date because it was a funny day. I was
2008.
2008. 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yes.
Fuck my life.
Sorry about that.
Okay, please continue to ruin my life.
Yep. So I lifted my first ever weights, and 3 months later, so I started off doing fitness modeling. I did my first fitness modeling show.
Sorry, 3 months you did a show?
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Please go on.
Apparently I started out as a bikini girl. That was very short-lived. Got moved to fitness straight away. And they were just basically like, hey, look at your shoulders. I was like, shoulders? Oh, okay. So I went to fitness.
That's what they're called, shoulders.
Oh.
She hadn't even learned the body parts by that point.
Yeah, I didn't even know what the names were. I just remember coming off that stage and I was like, how do I get those things underneath there? And everyone's like, lats. I was like, yes, that's my next goal. They were like, okay.
3
Give me
months
3
later,
weeks.
I've got those.
Give me 3
Yeah,
weeks.
and before you knew it, I was like, oh, maybe I just wasn't engaging them, but I kind of had a little something there, but never mind. That's another story. So yeah, I moved to fitness. Then from there, I decided to do a show called UKUP. And I did Pure Elite back to back, did their regional, and then I did Pure Elite World. So within 8 weeks, I got the 2 pro cards, which is good going. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really count in those feds, but yeah,
Yeah. So,
but she can say that because she's got the real one now.
I know he's that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. So I was in that world.
We can't say that.
We can't.
I was in that world for up until February this year is when I decided that I wanted to cross over, and everyone was playing that scary music to me, like dun 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 dun. And I was like, I'm crossing over, guys. Going to IFBB. So March, I made a decision to do the Arnolds, and so I thought, okay, I need to do a regional. So entered the first regional, which was the Grand Prix in September. So that was the first time that IFBB, NPC, Two Bros ever saw me. So that was me. And then I did that, did 2 categories, just tiring. I'm not doing that anymore, by the way. So I did figure and fitness, got first in figure and second. Then I got what did I get? A first and overall in the fitness. So I thought, okay, we'll go on to the Arnold. So that was a nice warm up. Arnold's was 4 weeks later.
Yeah.
And that is where I got my pro cards.
So you did the graftism though, didn't you? Not the graft.
Yes.
The
Yes.
graftism show. Because I remember that because I was there and you came and you did your routine and I was like, who the fuck is this? Like, how have I not heard of this person? And then Ian made you do your routine again. And I was like stoked because then I could record it. And I was like, this is madness. And then, you smoked everything. And then I remember I was out the back and I did come and say, like, fuck. Afterwards. I was like, Jesus, okay, well, this is happening. Yeah, and then the Arnold happened. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so the Arnold's was my first ever pro qualifier after entering 4 weeks before. So I thought, okay, let's see how that goes. But this is fun, stepping on an Arnold stage. And so I got my pro card, which was amazing, and got invited to the pro show. So after that, I was actually pretty stoked. I was literally like, okay, this is, you know what I mean? It can't get any better than that, really. So I'm just going to literally have fun, enjoy myself, because are you going to ever get a moment like this again? So yeah, put my all into it. Had to like skip carbs and watch people like, yay, I finished my show, eating these, stuffing themselves with donuts. I'm like, yeah, I've got the pro show tomorrow. I need to put my legs up in the air. So that was me.
I think they'd probably trade that for you though.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
it's all
I'm not nobody's playing the violin quite yet because in all fairness to you, it was your second IFBB show. And no, that's just, I don't even know, I have a word for it.
But the story's not over yet.
Go on.
Okay, so anyways, put my feet up, went to the athletes meeting, and I was like, oh, this is great. They actually do like a whole ceremony rather than, when you're amateur, they're just like, okay, here's your badge. Okay, off you go.
Because you experienced that once.
Yes. Okay, fair enough. I experienced that, which was great. And then after that, I competed the next day and I won it was my pro debut, which I just realized it was, because I was like, I need to see my pro debut. I was like, no, you've already done your pro debut because you won the pro show. So I won the pro show, which was the Olympia qualifier. So now I'm going to Olympia.
That's mental. Third IFBB show. One as an amateur. Well, two as an amateur. Also, one as a pro, and then you're at the Olympia.
Easy as that.
I I would like to take this moment to basically just say, because I say this a lot, like about what to do, training for the people like us, like unless you're a genetic freak. And I just like to point out that's what happens if you're a genetic freak. Like that, you're not watching loads of stuff, figuring out the best way to connect with your lads doing fucking D handle fucking puller. You're just doing that. You're like, oh, maybe I'll try this. Fucking, oh, the Olympia, that'll be cool. So yeah, that kind of solidified. Not saying you haven't done the work, not taken away from it at all, but when hard work meets genetics, you get Shelly.
Yeah,
that's what happens. And some of us can bang our heads against the wall for decades, and it's never going to happen. But it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I saw you at Graftism and was like, "This is something special," and you weren't sure really where whether you were going to do fitness or figure, and where you like where you fit in, but your like routine, the presentation and everything, like it was clear to me as a fan, as because I'm a bodybuilding fan over anything, that like that was the thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, what the fuck do I know? But I remember saying to you afterwards, like, that's definitely the thing.
Yeah, I remember.
That's the thing. Do that thing. And fuck me, what a year. You've got that one photo that we shared and people would have seen it at home, whatever, and you're just like, you haven't got enough like fingers to hold all your stuff.
Oh yeah, this is
like all the medals, all the things, there's some swords, there's the crystal thing, and you're like, oh, this stuff, I gathered it in a weekend.
I was not expecting. Even I was like, how do I balance all this? And even when I was going home, because I got the train, so I was like, can you imagine the headline? This was from the Graftism, because I asked him for a shield, and I was like, can I have a shield? They said, no, fitness girls don't get shields. I said, why? I said, you know, I'm gonna have to walk through King's Cross with a blade, a blade, a whole sword. And can you imagine the scenario? And you'll see me on Sky News. Girl walks through King's Cross with
girl shot in face.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. Anyways, I had to get a whole Uber home.
I see. This is it. Fucking the bikini girls coming 97th in some are printing out T-shirts for all their fans and everyone to suck them off on the way in. And Shelly's cruising in on the train. I just go on the train.
Yeah.
And coming back.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice day out.
I'm speechless, and that doesn't happen very often. I mean, I was already speechless.
No, it doesn't, Dan. It really doesn't.
Yeah, but that was what a fucking year. I mean, obviously, I do want to like dip into your training and ask you about how you train and how you formulate your split. And does anyone help you out?
I do have a coach, but the gymnastics side is all left to me.
So was the gymnastics new as well in 2018, or had you a background in that prior? No,
so I have a background with gymnastics. So I started gymnastics at the age of 8.
I think we might be getting somewhere here.
Yeah, you're getting somewhere? You're going to formulate a story now.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing gymnastics, so I retired. Like,
don't they make you retire at like 10 or something?
No.
I started at 8.
So I retired at 17. And then decided to just have a break, went to university, and it's kind of like bring it on, you know, there's no gymnastics team, so this is a last resort sort of thing. So I thought, okay, I'll join cheerleading. I didn't even know there was cheerleading in this country, so I was like, what? So I was like, anyways, gives me a chance to backflip, so whatever. So I joined that, and then after that, our team that we formulated was low level, just starting out, and they just got me backflipping all the time. It was backflipping forward, backflipping back, you know. And the rest of it just wasn't. It was just not coming together. So, anyways, they decided to bring in cheerleading experts from one of the best clubs in the UK. They came in and they sorted us out. In the meantime, they were like, "Do you want to join an all-star team?" And I was like, "Okay." Let me go to the trial. Went to the trial. And before you know it, I was on 2 teams. One that was bound to go to Worlds, and the other one was my university, which I thought, you know what, I'll carry on with that because I can backflip more. So I then went to Worlds in cheerleading. So I did that. Then I stopped, retired.
Completed that, so.
Yeah, retired.
How many years are we? Yeah. And I
So
killed
that was
cancer on the Sunday.
The Worlds are in Florida, aren't they?
yeah.
I know that because my daughter did cheer.
I was going to say, Johnny, how do you know this?
Ah.
Yeah, I was like,
My daughter did cheerleading for a while, and yeah, it's an expensive hobby.
Yeah, it is expensive. You have to travel and buy these £200 small uniforms. So
yeah.
So yeah. But anyways, I enjoyed it. Went to Worlds, which was my dream was to go to Worlds once, which I did. We're talking over 5 years, but I did have my daughter as well. So I did cheerleading, got on a Worlds team, had to come off that Worlds team, had my daughter, didn't know I was pregnant, actually found out after a competition. So she was flipping around my belly.
Around.
She's a gymnast now, by the way. So
I was going to say, she came out flipping then.
Yeah, they were like literally with the ultrasound, like she keeps moving. I was like, well, maybe it's because I was okay, never mind.
Still dizzy from the 3 months of spinning round you've done. There's probably advice against that. I don't know.
I don't even know. I mean, she's healthy and she's fine.
She's probably hench as fuck as well.
I mean, she's a little beast. We'll see.
Genetics.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having her on the podcast when we're all like 90, and she's like, "Yeah, no, I just thought I'd try bodybuilding and just won the Olympia."
Yeah, I mean, she's actually more crazier than me, so yeah, I could see that.
So after the cheerleading, then you retired from like your 7th career or whatever you'd excelled in. And then the next thing was bodybuilding?
Ballet.
Go on. Please go on.
I then decided to take up ballet as an adult because they told me when I was younger that I couldn't do ballet and gymnastics together. So I was like, well, I'm an adult now, so F you, I'm doing it now. So there I go. Off I went to my first ballet class. There was a bunch of teenagers. Anyways, I don't think they knew my age, so I tend to blend in. So I went there, and from that I thought, oh, let me go to more advanced class. So I went to more advanced class and I went on point, and I thought, oh, this is so fun. So I then took up ballet and was doing that for 2.5 years. Then I did bodybuilding.
So when you completed that,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You completed ballet.
Oh, yeah.
But she completed bodybuilding in even faster fashion than the other ones.
So when you said you first lifted a weight in 2018, what brought you there? Why were you at the gym?
So as I was doing the ballet, the cheerleading, I was doing all of that. Obviously retired from everything, but was just doing it for fun. I started modeling, and I wanted to add fitness to my portfolio. I know it sounds strange, but I wasn't doing fitness modeling. I was doing other things, headshots, editorial, beauty, fashion, not fitness. So I decided to go to a fitness shoot, as you do, to add it to my port, because someone was like, why do you do fitness? And I went, I don't know. Do I?
Because I got this.
So no training, but someone's asking you to do a fitness shoot.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, well, I'll go add fitness to my portfolio. Don't know why I never thought about it before. So off I went, and the photographer was talking about bodybuilding, and I was like, oh, I'm fascinated by that. And he went, oh, okay. And I said, but how do I get into it? And he went, oh, I'll recommend you a coach. That night, I got the coach. 3 months later, I was on stage.
I fucking hate my life. Okay, we should put a disclaimer at the beginning of this that, like, if you're fit, I mean, props where it's due, and you owe it to the scene to take it all the way. Do you know what I mean? You've got the thing, you've got the genetics, you've obviously got the work ethic, man. And UK, we're fucking rooting for you. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. I'm crazy. That might be another.
Well, that definitely helps. And to be fair, I think the way that you've kind of come through things and kind of stumbled through it, and you've got that kind of like passion of just having fun and enjoying it, is probably one of the things that's actually like ruining a lot of people's like bodybuilding. Is like they've made it a chore to it. It's a fucking hobby. It's not going to pay you any money. It's not going to pay your bills and shit. Like, unless you love it, like, take up fucking anything else, because it's not gonna pay your way. And I think that your way of like doing that's probably made you excel even more. You probably like 0 cortisol, just running on fucking.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm literally just like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I come last and then I eat a donut. Like, I love donut, I love crisp cream. Eat that and then go back to the drawing board, as you do. Yeah, well, you know, why are you gonna put yourself in a slum for? Like, my life hasn't changed. You know, I still have my job, all of this. I just need to just learn from that. As long as I improve, that's all that counts to me, because I just love improving. So as long as I've improved from step to step to step, then I'm like, okay, well, you know, guess I'm going to need to improve more.
What would you say, like, installed like that work ethic though? Because you've done all these things from a young age and stuff. I imagine it's not like Russia where you like join gymnastics and you're locked in a room and thrashed from an early age, or like, were your parents involved in anything like this, or like how did this genetic thing happen? Surely there were other genetic freaks and then they spawned this one.
Well, let's say my mom or my family, they've all been pretty active. So my grandfather, he was part of the national football team for Africa, for Ghana. My mom is a second dan karate black belt, chopping wood and stuff. Like, hiya.
Black belt in wood and stuff.
In wood and stuff.
There's going to be a lot of upset people.
Yeah. My dad apparently looked like an NFL player, but never lifted any weights. So I'm not really sure about his, like, I don't know what happened there.
Well, sounds true, to be fair. I've looked at the evidence and that sounds like it's possible.
Yeah. And then let's say my grandma, she was into dance. So I guess combining all of that made me.
A dancing, bodybuilding, sports.
Wood chopping expert instantly.
Excellent. Yeah.
If there was ever a doubt that genetics wasn't a thing, there it is. I was the spawn of people with red faces.
Oh.
And here we are. So it's going okay.
Yeah, you've done well with that.
Yeah, done good. It's great.
Yeah.
There's a slight dig there. You're doing good, Dan. You're doing really good.
Excellent. Yeah.
You gotta have your thing. You know, you gotta know what your thing is.
Getting a red face. I mean, if you lift heavy.
That is it. If you're wearing
no, that's a permanent thing. That's not just from lifting heavy.
Well, I don't know. The jumper's not helping.
When Dan deadlifts, as he stands up, he goes whiter.
No, actually, to be fair, when I'm supposed to go red, I go purple.
Oh, okay.
So I go from red into purple. I don't know. There's one shot on my Instagram where I have gone purple, and everyone thinks I've got like a filter on it, but no, that's it. I'm a chameleon, but like not camouflage.
I kind of like the color purple.
There we go. Yes, I've got a fan. See, fuck you, everyone else. Shelly likes my purpleness.
Yes.
Second favorite color, mind. Okay, so let's get stuck into some questions. First one is from Caitlin Hill, one of our previous guests. Did you go into the weekend wanting the pro card? What were your expectations going into it?
Well, I heard that obviously you can get your pro cards. You can potentially go to a pro show and go to Olympia. So with me, every time I compete, I always aim for the highest. So I always go in like, I can get that. Like, why is it impossible? So I always aim for the impossible, yes. Or quote unquote impossible. I don't think anything's impossible. So I thought to myself, I'm going to give it my best shot and I want my pro card.
Yeah. I
did go into the weekends thinking that.
I mean, when you're genetic elite, you're entitled to do that. Like,
well, it's not like you were. It wasn't a stupid like idea. I don't think anyone would have disagreed with you or been like, this person's lost their shit. Like, and like, you know, you do have to have a certain element of visualization. Like, even if it doesn't turn out, like, do you know what I mean? People talk about, oh, I visualized it and that's why it's happened. There's plenty of people visualizing stuff that doesn't happen, but you have got to believe it and like visualize it and play it out in your mind to make to understand the nuances of how you would actually do that, the actual like logistics of how that would happen. And then when they do, yeah.
So next question, Emma W. We've already covered that. It was how did you find your love for fitness and what drove you to be as determined as you are? We already kind of covered that by default. Carib, Craig, how do you learn to be so disciplined? Learned behavior, or is it in your nature? I think again we've pretty much covered that. Mary got fit. What inspired you, and what's your advice for up and coming athletes who aspire to be like you?
What inspired me was, so after I did all the other stuff, I literally wanted something that would challenge me. So that's how I looked at bodybuilding, and something I could carry on until, you know.
Challenged you for 12 weeks.
Yeah, longer than 12 weeks, yeah.
And was it really a challenge?
But you know what I mean? Like, something I could just carry on for longer than anything I've done.
To keep you occupied, basically.
Are you allowed to share your age? Are you comfortable?
Yes, 33, 34 in December.
So it's not even old.
No idea.
There you go.
33 is the best age.
Yeah. So I suppose, did it fit better in your lifestyle? Obviously, you have a child and stuff. I don't know how old your child is, but like bodybuilding is like, the appeal is that you can kind of do it in your own time. There's not a team element. You don't have to rely on. You can you can blend it. A lot of people whinge about it being like, oh, it's so hard to fit it in with. It's actually the easiest thing to fit in because
I thought it was the easiest thing. I mean, I was used to training 5-6 hours a day in gymnastics. This, an hour and a half in the gym. I was like, oh, that's all right.
Well, unless you jump.
Johnny, shut up. Johnny, shut up. I can see your lips. Hey. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, Jack spends a little bit longer than the rest of us.
I mean, now I'm starting to, because I got Olympia to go to.
Oh, I think that's more. I mean, if it's not broken, fuck me, don't.
Yeah, you don't.
Definitely working.
You definitely don't train as long as Jack does.
No, you can't.
That does lead on to another question, though. What does the sort of balance between the sort of fitness element training, so the routine and stuff like that, and then your actual weightlifting training, how do you sort of balance that out and the split with that?
Okay, so in fitness category, the routine is actually 2/3 of the mark. So it's more weighted than the body, and the body is 1/3.
Really? I didn't actually know that. So that's...
Yeah.
So then in terms of your week, how do you sort of structure your sessions and stuff like that then?
So what I do, however, you do have to have a pretty sweet body, because if you have a lineup, and let's say there's 20 people, sometimes what they do is they do the mandatories first, and they'll cut 10 people and they will never make it to their routine.
Right.
So you kind of need to have a body as well as the routine and have that balance. And that's what they want. So they want you to look like a bodybuilder, but do these crazy things.
So although it's weighted that way, it's actually as important, because you'd never even get to show the bit that's weighted heavy.
You could possibly, So it's good to focus on both, but obviously know that the routine is more heavy weighted than the body, because that's how the category is. However, so with my split, I stretch every day. So that I do, which is like 10-15 minutes a day of stretching.
Is that like the morning thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
First thing.
You see me? Yeah, yoga. Yeah, that's me in the morning. I just roll out of bed and do that, by the way. And then I have, as you normally do, coffee or green tea, whatever you do to, start the day and then eat. So I do that. And then after that, I cannot do gymnastics before weights. Now I've tried that. I mean, I did do something, but it's just not a good idea. You feel so dead, like either your arms or you can't lift your legs, so I always have to do gymnastics before. So what I do is I do skills, but like low level skills, like a bridge. If people know what a bridge is on here, handstands, I do all of that pretty much 5 days a week. And then twice a week, I actually tumble. So I actually go to a gymnastic class now and tumble for 3 hours, or 2 hours and 45 minutes it is. So I do that. And then my weight split is 6 days a week.
Solid.
So she's done 3 years of training in the 3 months. So, yeah. So you're doing like 10 sessions a week, really?
Yes. I'm doing 10 sessions a week. I'm doing basically 2 sessions a day. Apart from my rest day, of course.
Excluding the yoga.
Let's exclude the yoga. That's just me. That's part of my,
Yeah, well, you know, people moan they don't have the time. And you have a job. So what's your job, if you don't mind me asking?
Yep. So I mainly coach gymnastics. So I'm in a school at the moment. So I teach gymnastics there. And I also teach gymnastics for a private club as well. So I work from anyone from the ages 0 all the way up to adults, including squads.
That is young.
From 0.
Yeah. I'm also a gymnastic judge.
Off you go.
Out of the womb.
Onto the
yeah.
Straight at the trampoline. Yeah, that was good.
Now forward roll.
Your output must be crazy high then. You basically don't sit down all day.
No.
So I just wanted for the viewers, so got a job that's probably more demanding than your average 9 to 5, wakes up, does yoga, trains twice a day, manages to fit it all in, and it can be done. It's a real thing. I have a lot of people saying they don't have time, but they're watching EastEnders and having at least 3 wanks a day.
Exactly.
You know, there's time. You can do the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch TV, so maybe that, you know, but I don't really have time to watch TV.
I love how she excluded one of those things that you mentioned.
Well, the TV has to go first.
The TV's...
Okay, so the second
I
part...
want to know about food. Fuck the questions. I want to ask more questions.
Oh, okay, calm down. Fucking hell.
What about the viewers? I want to know about food. You're doing all of this madness.
Yeah.
Surely you have to eat madness.
I do eat madness, yeah. So currently
I want to hear about the madness.
So yes, I actually have a high metabolism.
I bet. Yes, we can. I can imagine.
I'm also crazy and I can't stay still. So I used to have like an office job, 9 to 5, and no, it wasn't for me. I was just never at my desk. I was just never there. So I couldn't get much work done. So this is perfect for me. I also do PTing as well. And that keeps me on my toes. I need to do something that keeps me on my toes, basically. And because of that, yes, I have to eat a lot. So currently, I think we're 6 weeks out from the Arnold. So I'm on 2,800 and something calories already. And this is my off season till a while. I mean, my first comp is going to be end of July now, Chicago Pro.
Do you do any direct cardio, or is your movement like enough?
So my gymnastics is my cardio for a very, 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 very long, very, very, very long time until maybe like the last couple of weeks of prep, something might be put in, but it also depends on how I'm looking. So
yeah, I don't know where. Like I was like, you can't do more than this. Where would it go? When you're asleep, I need you to do this.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not as high as. I mean, that is high. That is high. But I was kind of expecting something even more ridiculous. I mean,
this is just the beginning, by the way. So I remember I had to reverse diet, and this is 6 weeks from the Arnold. So
you're going to eat more.
It's going to probably go. Yeah, it might just go up. Yeah.
Eat into the Arnolds.
I don't mind. With your genetics, don't eat too much because you probably end up out of your class.
Yeah, you just turn up bodybuilding. They'll move you into bodybuilding. And then the next thing you know, 6 weeks, you've won women's bodybuilding, Olympia. Just accidentally. Shit. You know when someone says, I don't want to get too big? And you're just like, don't worry, you won't. But Shelly actually might. She might actually just wake up one day and just be like, fuck, oh my God, I've added 20 pounds of fucking tissue.
I mean, it's happened to me before when what was it? So every goal I've had has been I had a goal of every body part to build a different body part. So my first year was shoulders. I thought I need more shoulders. So I went in the gym, went a bit mad on my shoulders. And I managed to go and see my coach. And then she looked at me and went, oh, fuck. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? I was like, have I done something wrong? She was like, no, your shoulder's as big as your head. I was like, oh, okay. So what are we going to do? And then
Stop
like,
training. Stop training.
So I got banned from doing upper body for a year so my legs could catch up.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, Dan has that problem with legs.
Yeah, yeah. But it's not that anything else is any good. Yeah, I do have to not train upper body, but it's for a different reason.
Yeah, so I didn't train upper body for a year because my legs were just chilling on the beach and I was like an upside down triangle. I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? Nothing.
So hold on. Hold on. So you started lifting weights in 2018, accidentally got too massive, and then had to take a year off being massive so that you weren't, and now you're massive again.
But
so it's 2 years. Yeah, obviously. Proportionally. Yeah. So it's 2 years. It's 2 years.
Yeah.
So even my dog's upset. He's come here. He doesn't know what's happening. He thinks that I'm upset. He needs to go and attack someone. It's okay, puppy. It's just someone ruining my life. I mean, that is fucking amazing, but yeah. So, do you do a training split? I don't really know what questions to ask. It's all ridiculous. All of these answers are ridiculous. So with your training split, you do the 6-day week. Can you just tell us like how you plan out just your split?
Yeah, so my split is more glutes and lower body orientated. So I have, let's say, quads focus on a Monday. On a Tuesday, I'll have something like shoulders and back. On a Wednesday, I'll have just glutes. On a Thursday, I'll have like chest, calves, and triceps. And then on my last day, I'll have biceps and abs, let's say. Yeah, but. So I have enough apparently triceps and biceps for my category. So I only do 2 exercises a week and that's it. So they're very short. Okay,
yeah. So kind of like active rest weight sessions, and then just to keep everything ticking along, and then your big session is the legs.
Yes.
I just had a vision of her like going through a set, and then she accidentally does one too many reps, and there's like, she's fucking massive now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's happened before with my traps. I don't train traps good, by the way, ever. I've never shrugged.
Yeah, but Dan has that problem.
That's the one thing I don't train. It's the one thing God gave me was traps. Probably just to hold this massive bucket head I have. But yeah, I don't do that. So would you say, so your leg training needs, I'm trying to find something. But your legs need something. They need like a focus. They're like your harder body part to grow.
Yeah, they don't want to grow. They're literally like, why are we growing for? What's wrong with you? Whereas my upper body's like, we're ready for battle, the war.
So you are human then.
Yeah, there is a slight human aspect. Yeah, but she's still done this in like 2 years. Do you lift heavy? Is there a philosophy, a methodology that you follow? How do you approach leg training for someone who doesn't struggle in the sense of anyone else on the planet, but having a kind of a lagging body part?
Think carefully about this answer. You might ruin Dan's life again.
Okay. Well, I lift heavy, but I will not move on to the next weight unless I could do 20 reps on that particular weight. So let's say you're doing 140 kg RDL. I will not, which I can do, which I will not move on from that until I could do 20.
So that's your current sticking point, is what is 3 plates aside?
With RDLs?
Hasn't quite got to 20 yet.
I'm on like 16, so, and then I'll move on. But I know I can probably lift heavier, but I just won't move on until I can do.
So say you moved on, what would be your starting? You'd go back to 15 and then wait until you'd got back up to 20?
So let's say I got to 20 and now I decided I want to move on to, I guess, 150 kg. Because by then I would have built up the strength because I've decided to make sure I don't move on until I can do 20.
Yeah.
So it's pretty, and then it becomes easier to move up. So when I get to the 150, let's say I'll see what my max is. So I'll be like, oh, okay, I can do 11. Great. So then from there, I will then I'll just do a couple sets. And then from there, I'll see if I can get to 20 again and then move on again.
Then solid.
Yeah, she just does the thing and then gets massive and then
just does the thing.
It's
an interesting, it's a progressive overload. Usually people's windows are smaller. I just wondered, like, that's quite a large spans, like, in the 8 reps of spans. But I mean, imagine someone for you and your fitness level and stuff like that, like 20 reps is like if my reps are hitting 20, like I'm gassing pretty bad, like being big and unhealthy and shit. Like 20 reps is like hard for me just for lung capacity. I'm more likely to fail like cardiovascularly. So that's why my reps don't. But for you, I guess you just piss through them.
Yeah, so I worked out that that's a good number for me to hit before I move on. And that seemed to make me grow. Yeah.
Higher reps for legs generally is actually a better idea. Like see people like no power, a powerlifter can come and like squat like 350 kilos, have the shittest legs ever. Something that I was married to for a long time. Not that I could squat that, but I had a good squat and it just didn't. It was the higher rep ranges, which is annoying because I love lifting heavy shit.
Yeah. So what I also would do is, let's say, okay, when you get to the highest point, so I'll tend to do like a warm up, which is normally higher reps, right, with a low weight, and then you put on, and then it goes to 12, then it goes to 8, then it may go to 6. So I'll hit the 6. Okay, let's say that's my last set. Now my set after that will then go to failure, whatever that is. Let's say I stop at 4 because I'm lifting heavy. But the next time I do that session, obviously my starting point will go higher, number 1. And number 2, I will then see how many I can do to failure, if that makes sense. Because in that way, I'm always getting more strength. So then when I hit that higher weight, again, I should then get closer to that 20 that I'm doing. So I do follow the same protocol as most people do. It's just that my goal is going to be to hit 20 and to always start at a higher point.
Yeah.
The next session.
Different range. It follows. It has the science approval.
Thank you.
From everyone that's gonna like fucking come up with some shit about some science stuff. They'll agree with that. It's written down in stuff about the thing. All right, I suppose we can let some of the people ask the questions on the thing now.
Oh, thanks for your approval, Dan.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
So, are there any
eating the microphone?
What's that?
You eating the microphone? It looks like
I'm on the nuts.
Oh, nuts! These nuts.
These nuts. So, there was one again covered already. It says, are there any particular workouts you dread or struggle to get through? I guess obviously for you, your legs are, you said, a stubborn body part. If you can really say that.
Would you like? Do you like doing it?
I actually do now. Now that I had a year off of the off of upper body, I had to be forced to like it, and now I love it.
So another one was, how do you stay so humble, especially after getting your pro card?
You know what? I love what I do, and it keeps me sane because I am crazy. And I really need to.
I love how many times you told us you're crazy.
We've got to get Shelly out on fucking Bash Bros Christmas night out. I want to see this crazy unleashed.
Yeah, so I need something to keep me grounded, and I found something that does that. And also, the routine part of it means I can do everything, like everything I retired from. I brought it all back again, and can just have fun. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Sorry.
Do you ever see yourself potentially, when you've achieved what you want to in the fitness sort of category, do you ever consider that you could potentially move up into a different category, like physique, for example, or figure?
Yeah, I mean, my body wants to go in these categories, so wherever my body decides it's going to go, it will go.
How does it work? If you win your pro card and you want to go up, are you still a pro? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you can still
cross over.
Can't cross over, So, sorry, you can cross over. You can't
do it in the same show.
Yeah, you can't drop that down. Yeah, you have to cross over. Incidentally,
you have to cross over.
Was it Peter Molnar? Didn't he? He got his pro card as a super heavyweight bodybuilder and then went into classic physique, which kind of highlights how weird classic physique in the pro league is at the moment.
Yeah.
But you can just change.
Yeah, you can just change. I could be like, I want to go into pro bikini if I wanted to.
Yeah, that would be. I'd pay money to see that. That would be amazing. If you do the ring thing, come on as a bikini and then do the ring thing. Just start doing your routine, just like windmilling the rest of them off stage.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
like, I'm here. Yeah. Street Fighter, like do a Hadouken on stage and then. Oh mate, so many options. Can't wait.
Right, next one. Who would you class as your biggest inspiration within the bodybuilding or life in general?
Does she even know any bodybuilders? That's why. Have you ever actually? You just do it. I don't know who these people are. Dorian Schmates.
Linda Murray.
Yeah.
Solid shot.
8 times Olympia champion.
Can't argue with that.
Yep. Sydney Gillen. Shanique Grant. Although I think Shanique Grant, my body was more towards hers when I first started. I thought my biceps and all that went more towards hers.
So three genetic freaks there as well.
Mate, there's no point looking down. Like, that's where she's going. There's no point. May as well, like, I might look at, like, who's just won their pro cards. You may as well look at the absolute, there's no point me looking at Roddy Coleman and being like, yeah, that's where I'm going.
Well, the wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. I could do that bit. I could do that bit. I could do that bit. It's the bit in the middle. Bit in the middle I have a problem with. Straight to the chariot I could do, I think.
Maybe it put me in good stead because when I first started this, that's all I looked at was those 3. And I was like, well, if I don't look like that means I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and not think like that.
Yeah, but that's how no one told me otherwise. And
I
even share that with anyone? I don't think I even shared it with people. So I literally would put my pictures and be like, oh, am I close to that? Nope, not yet. Okay, keep going to the gym.
Am I close to the best ever?
Well, you are now.
Yeah, exactly that. Okay. What was the first thing that popped into your mind when they announced your name for the pro card?
As I did now, my mind just went blank.
Oh,
half the time in.
Yeah, your screen went blank too.
No, tell me you did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
There's something else on your side then. It's not just genetics. It's not just genetics. You've signed up to some cult. There's something going on
some crazy things been happening in my life.
There's something else going on here. You're not a Freemason or something.
No, maybe an alien. Everyone calls me an alien sometimes.
That's harsh.
I know.
She wins your pro card. She's like, about time.
Yeah. What happened when you got announced your pro card? You're like, yeah, thanks. Bye. Donuts.
I mean, it was literally like, it was surreal. It was surreal. But then I was like, do I live out my dream then and jump to the rings?
Yeah, now you've said it. I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't.
I know.
Well, it's all right. There's time. You're not even old. You've got years. You could do another 10 years.
Of fitness?
Well, no, but just in bodybuilding.
Okay, I was going to say, it's really tiring,
What? Yeah.
It's tiring.
Yeah, I think, mate, as you, like, evolve and stuff, and, like, your body wants to go into a different category and stuff, I guess that the fitness and the routines and the tumbling is probably the only thing that might be hindered by being a little bit older, which you're not yet. But the whole training bodybuilding thing is one of the things that you can do for a little bit longer. So fucking ages left.
Mm-hmm. Get hench.
Check.
So you're doing the Chicago Pro.
Yeah.
So is that just to gain a bit of momentum into the Olympia, or?
Yeah, so nobody. Okay, so I came into the scene pretty quick, so nobody really seen me out there.
Yeah.
No shit.
So I thought I should do a couple international shows and get myself out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
absolutely. You've got to pay. You've got to pay your dues as well with the IFBB. They have to have seen you around and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't think I could just show up in Olympia, like just be like, hey.
Well, you did it already at a pro show. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I could do it again, but I decided, yeah, let's do Chicago Pro, which is a big comp, but I like a challenge. We'll do that, and then I'm going to do the Europa Pros, something in Europe. I think it's Alicante, something like that. So I'm basically going to hit America, hit Europe, come back to the UK, do the UK Arnold's, defend my title, hopefully, and then go to Olympia. I think that's yeah.
So if you complete bodybuilding as quickly as you've completed everything else and win the Olympia, are you going to carry on doing that, or are you going to find something else again?
No, I'll carry on this one.
This one's the one.
This is cool. Yeah, this is the one.
This is the settle down.
Yes, I mean, because I can do everything in one. I can put cheerleading in there. I could do gymnastics. I could put acrobatics. I could do ballet. I could jump to the rings. I mean, what other sport's gonna allow me to do all that?
Yeah. But you got some jive moves in there.
Yep.
I've seen the shit. You got the moves.
Yep. So, thank you.
Maybe you should teach Dan some of your moves.
I'm kind of thinking that part of our Christmas edition should be gymnastics with Shelly.
Okay, we can do that.
Just come and do a gymnastics class with Shelly. That would be, I mean, apart from the fact that I'd probably Ronnie Coleman myself.
Dan, ballet would be more entertaining.
Yeah, but ballet's been done in Pumping Iron. It's cliche.
Yeah, but you'd look
I think
you look much better in a tiara. Come on.
You'd look like Ace Ventura when he did the.
Hopefully a bit bigger than Ace Ventura.
You can get the whole what's it called, the leotard and shorts.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I've already got one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't worry.
He's got it on. He's got it on right now underneath.
Yeah. That's why I haven't taken the jumper off. So I'm sweating out just so you can't see my leotard that I wear underneath this all the time. Actually, not all the time. I'm a teacher. I just want to put it out there. Class, don't wear a leotard. Although,
you're a teacher.
I am. You're probably allowed to do that now, though, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, what are you teaching?
I teach music.
I mean, that would be interesting. Maybe the ballet might go better with that concept.
I think it'd work well if you were teaching the recorder.
Yeah.
Like in
not the pink oboe.
Oh yeah, the big trombone thing. That could
the pink oboe.
The big trombone with a not so big trombone.
The big trombone.
Oh wait, is it that?
Why, thank you. Yes, that.
I don't know.
Okay.
I need to go. I think I need to come to your class. To be fair.
Yes.
Learn my instrument.
Is this the innuendo version, or I don't really know where we're going? Next question, please.
Dan.
More red. Going more red.
The Dan's pink oboe class.
Yeah.
Next question, please.
And I come looking like Miss Motivator. Can you imagine?
Oh.
Ready.
Oh, fucking hell. I can't. My jaw hurts. Oh, fuck me. Right, I think that was the rest of the questions. So I think we're firmly into the 5 top tips territory.
Yeah. Did I warn you about the 5 top tips? Yeah, I did.
You did.
I gave you a heads up. I was nice.
Yeah, but I was trying to think like 5 top tips.
I mean,
do what I do or do not what I do.
Probably not what you do.
I wouldn't
Probably not.
I wouldn't base anyone else like advice like maybe more life stuff rather than yeah.
It's really easy, honest.
Okay,
just have fun and you'll win everything.
Just do a show and just
do a show, be crazy
and win.
I think that's one.
And
I think just be crazy.
Be a donut.
I think you can have one for just be crazy. I can get behind that. That's the sort of advice that I can abide by.
Took that at a young age, Dan.
Yeah, so that's one. That's my levels.
Be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Retire from everything. No.
Yeah, but like with another thing happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to
make sure you have a continuation.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, okay, let's be serious. Be consistent with the craziness.
For 3 months.
Can't just be crazy for one day. You need to carry it
No,
on.
maybe me, like, now Shelly's still put, like, since she was 8 years old into...
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
Into like, nailing some stuff. Usually when you pick apart it, like, you see it, this body's been trained since 8 years old. Like, you know, there would have been a basis. I mean, I'm still really upset about the whole thing, but... but there must have been something there. But consistency in the craziness, or just
in general?
I think in general, if you're consistent in life and anything, you're halfway through the battle.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that's my new sound for today. I don't know why I'm doing that today.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I argue with people, but I'm like, I'm like taking it in now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's two. It's a popular one. It's a popular one, but people still don't seem to understand. They don't. Can I change my training plan? You've been doing it for a week. Yeah, but they're just wondering consistency. So there's another one.
When are you changing my diet? I've had it for like a week now. I need changes for the.
Yeah.
When are you changing my diet? I haven't done it for the past month. Wondering when you're going to update it.
To change it.
So I can. I mean, no, you already changed it when you didn't do it. That was the change. Now we're going to hopefully change into doing it. It's an amazing idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, that was my other one. Follow the plan and trust the process.
Well, that's 4.
Yes, because
we're giving 4 out. We're being nice here today, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, what is the point in doing something if you're not going to follow it? That's what I always say. If you're not going to follow it, then by all means, go off on your own and follow it. Follow your own advice. But if you're not going to follow someone, then trust it. Then there's no point in doing it.
Well, if it's worth doing, it's worth doing properly, innit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. One more.
The firecracker.
I would say, as much as I'm crazy, I am organized. So I crazily organize myself. Actually, you want to say that?
Sure. Organizes the craziness.
Yes. Organize the craziness.
But do you find you have to, because like you're a bit erratic and your mind's 1,000 miles an hour, like, and that's why you fit well into these regimented things, is because you actually have to put this energy in boxes. Otherwise, it's like an inward. Otherwise, the devil makes work for idle hands, they say.
Yeah,
I think Dan's resonating right now. I think.
Well, I am because don't get me wrong. Like I'm a few screw fix challenges away from a picnic or whatever the saying.
I think I'm there, maybe closer than you are.
Yeah, so like I get it, and bodybuilding for me is a joy to know that I'm doing the same shit every day. Just it's like I don't need to worry about what to eat because I know what it is. It's the same. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't have to have the conversations about like what should we get from Deliveroo and then have an argument. It's like Netflix but with food. I can't be fucked with any of that. I just eat the same, and it stops me from like I'm an all or nothing. So I just wondered whether it was that's it. You've got all this energy, and you otherwise. Well, I don't know. My experience is that if I let all that energy fester, then it just turns into negativity.
That is exactly what happens to me. So I'm like the song, 0 to 100 real quick. So
I wouldn't bite you.
Yeah. I literally, I will go absolutely crazy and have I'll just be running around basically if I didn't have something keeping me in check. So as you said, I need to have a process that I'm going through. I need to have a goal as well, or else I will jump from one thing to another. I'll be like, oh, let me go on this tree tomorrow and see how high I can climb. Or let me go, oh, maybe I go and try football because, I don't know, just decided to today. So I need to be in something and have a goal, like a long-term goal, and be like, right, this is your long-term goal, so you need to stay on this path. So once I've got that, I'm good to go. But as soon as that comes off, yeah, you just see me doing all sorts of randomness on my Instagram anyways. Be like, oh, she's gone off her path.
Oh, you mean like when you want to jump from the hoops?
Yeah, so you'll see me one day doing, I don't know, maybe jumping from a swing and seeing how high I can jump over a kid, or it's anything. I'll make up anything.
I might not try that.
Yeah, I mean, You're a
It'd be a bit
trustworthy
weird,
kid.
a huge red man jumping over kids at the local park. I think there'd be some phone calls about that. I would have thought.
You'd be banned from 1 mile of the local school.
Yeah.
The police would come and take my computer away
Again.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah. No more trombones.
Right.
Oh shit!
On that bombshell.
Bombshells.
Indeed. Thank you very much for coming on, Shelley. It's been a pleasure.
You're a legend, however demoralising it was.
Thank you. I mean,
good luck with everything. Like, you've got all the tools. You're going to smash the shit out of it for years to come.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
We'll see if we can get you back on when you win the Olympia next year.
Yeah, don't forget about when you're big in the game.
Yes, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget our conversation as well we had.
Yes, there you go.
And we're not going to forget about the hoops. So
yeah, don't forget about the hoops.
I must get hoops.
Yeah,
yes.
we'll be disappointed if you don't.
All right, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Have a nice evening, Shelley.
thanks, Shell.
You too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.